Today is October 1st, 2020. It's about 3:45 in the morning. Any of you have seen my channel, I have about 2 videos up, and I normally write them out. I show you guys a description on signs of exactly what happened, but this is an urgent message. I just had an amazing dream. Alright? Now, I've never had a dream like the one I just had, ever, which includes this moon and many other moons. So let me just get into it. In my dream, I'm sleeping. In my dream, all right, I wake up. I'm in bed, all right, but I'm still sleeping. I haven't woken up in real life. In my dream, I'm in bed. I wake up, and I wake up from an alarm. Not an alarm. A bell, an old-fashioned bell, like in a church bell, and it's ringing hard, just back and forth, an old-fashioned bell, like you used to use in churches, okay, that they still ring off once in a while. And I said to myself, I said to the Holy Spirit, I said, Father, I said, this is a dream from you. I was like, I know this is. I was like, if this is from you, please give me another sign, whether it be a trumpet. And then before I got to even finish, I hear a trumpet blast go off. I've never heard a trumpet blast in any of my dreams, ever. So in my dream, I'm still dreaming. I'm in the bed, and I'm like half asleep, waking up in my bed in the dream. And I said, Father, I said, can you give me another sign that this is from you? And sure enough, I hear a shofar blast. A long, deep shofar blast. Alright? So the original dream I had in my dream was a church bell going off, like an alarm bell going, like, get ready, it's about to happen. And then I hear a trumpet blast, and then I hear a shofar blast. Alright? So I wake up in that dream. In my dream, I wake up, and I'm telling people I just had a warning dream from God. And I asked him for confirmation. He confirmed it with the trumpet blast, and then with the shofar blast. Alright? 2 different sounds, 2 different instruments. So in this dream, I get up, and I'm telling people that are in my house, I'm like, hey, I just had this dream, and it's from God. And then the dream changes. I'm in the car, and I'm driving with my wife down a street where I used to go to school. And as I'm passing the school, I see I made a left turn illegally, and it's early in the morning. Kids are going to I guess kids are getting ready to go to school. There's a cop, and he throws his lights on behind me, which I now know is the enemy. All right. In this next part of the dream, I'm about to explain to you, God is trying to tell me something, and the enemy is trying to get in the way of the message. But this dream is just too important. God just gets rid of the cop behind me. I tell my wife, I'm like, oh, we're about to get pulled over. I'm like, all right, so I pull over, and then I look behind me, and the cop's gone. I look down the street, and I see him pulling somebody else over, all right, which pretty much tells me that they got sent to someone else's dream. I just know. I don't know how I can explain it or how I can prove it, but I just know that that's exactly what was going on with this enemy, all right? Not calling the cops the enemy. It just represents in the dream that the enemy is chasing me in the dream. All right, it's just a representation. It doesn't mean anything against cops. I like cops, good ones. All right. So in the dream, I get out of the car with my wife, and I got my dog with me, and she's holding the dog on a leash. And I knew in the dream. Oh no, here's what it was. We're passing the school, and I'm telling my wife, I'm like, wow, look at the moon. Look how big it is. And it's a lot bigger than this. It was like a harvest moon. It was big. So I pull over on this street that my old friend lived on. I don't want to call it. It was Atlantic Street. That's the name of the street that he lives on. And my spirit tells me, take out your phone. I take out my phone, and I'm looking at the moon, and what do I see? I don't just see one moon. I see 4, 5, 6, 7 moons, all behind a big moon and around it. Then I look to the right of these moons, and who do I see but Barry Scarborough? All right, I see a cloud. He's wearing his hat. He's smiling. I can see him clear as day. I said to my wife, I said, oh my God. I said, that's Perry Scarborough. I said, this is a prophetic dream. I was like, this is without a doubt, this is it, that Jesus is coming. In my dream, I'm telling my wife this. And I look to the left of me, almost like I'm looking at the moon right here. And then directly behind me, I look and I see more moons. And except around these small moons, I see a planet. And it's not as big as the moons, but in my dream, God was telling me this is something different. And this planet has like a circular shape, and I could see like green and almost amethyst, or like another form of purple, and it almost looked like the Pepsi logo, except completely different colors. All right, and I'm telling my wife, I'm like my camera, I was like, I can't get it to work. I was trying to record it, and I'm recording it, and I'm in my dream, I'm recording this, and all of a sudden these two people are like, show up on the screen like, hey, what's going on? And I'm like, look at this. I'm like, look what's going on. They're not even paying attention. They can't see it. They're not that interested in it. And I'm trying to record my phone, and the enemy will not let me get my phone out. And it just wouldn't record. And I was recording for as long as I'm talking now. And then finally, when the phone, I couldn't do anything with my phone. It was just like they wouldn't allow me to go to the video button on the phone. So I see what kind of video I had recorded, and I have a 3-second video. 3 seconds. I don't know if that means anything. I have to think more about the stream. I just woke up from it, but I couldn't wait. I can't go back to sleep. I'm going to drive down the street where I saw this thing just because I have to. And it was as vivid as I'm looking at this moon right now. All right. Now I wouldn't come out here and do this sloppy Joe and not have like my signs like I normally do, but this is urgent. This is the dream was so prophetic. Whatever they got going on in the sky, or whatever's about to happen, is going to be crazy. And the enemy was certainly trying to interfere with this message. That's why God removed them from my dream and sent them somewhere else. But I saw multiple moons. I saw Barry Scarborough, a huge cloud, smiling, hat down, with his low eyes, like, that's just the way Barry looks. And I like Barry. I like watching his channel. I also know that there was a video, a testimony that came out. Someone had a dream about Barry's video. My dream was not because it's in my subconscious, okay? This was too vivid. This was God telling me, the reason he showed me Barry Scarborough is because he was showing me this is a prophetic dream. And Barry is somebody in the prophetic world, and so are we. All right? That's all he was telling me. He was telling me, this is a prophetic dream. I need you to pay attention here, and I need you to tell people. All right? In the dream, there was super urgency. I just knew. I said, this is it. This is it. He's coming. I was like, there's no way. If they're finally showing us these other planets, or we're seeing them, we're out of time. All right? So I don't know if it means once these things show up that it's going to be close. But listen, today is the first day of October. It's a full moon today. All right, we're going into tonight. All right, the next one isn't until Halloween, and we know what's going to happen then, most likely. But this is significant. I haven't had any dream that he's wanted me to share in a while. All right, I didn't ask for this dream. I've just been praying and laying low. He told me to lay low, and that's what I've been doing. I just, for the past 7 days, he said, I want you just relax. So I've been trying my hardest. As much as I don't want to relax, I want to keep putting my signs out, and I want to keep doing things for the kingdom. I'm trying my best to be obedient. My flesh is being disobedient because I just want to be doing things for him in any way I can. So, but listen, it's October 1st, and he gave me this dream on the night of a full moon, going into a full moon. We're heading into the Feast of Tabernacles. I don't know. I know the calendar's messed up. I'm still sticking to my Rosh Hashanah message he sent me. I think we're going into it, and I'm going to just be faithful to him. They don't know about whatever the real calendar is. We don't know. There's no way. All right? We can see that something's wrong with the calendar. All right? Whether it be a trick from the enemy, and I don't put anything past him at this point, especially with the Mandela effect. That is just a straight up trick. All right? I'm not going to get into all that, but if that's possible, he's got some tricks up his sleeves that he can confuse us. But I'm not confused. I know he's coming. I know Jesus is coming, and he's coming very soon. And I honestly think he's coming before October's up, because I don't see anything after November. I just don't. But either way, he's coming. If anybody else has any relation to this dream, or Barry Scarborough, or somebody else, listen, I know God put Barry in that dream just to tell me it was prophetic, all right? But if anybody else has had a dream like this, or if Barry, if you hear this and you have a similar dream, awesome. But that's not what I think. That's not what this is about. I don't believe it to be. But it could be. It could be with the wildness of the Holy Spirit and how things are starting to really get wild. Anything is possible. All right. But this is a prophetic dream from God. I don't know exactly what it means. Multiple moons, including a separate planet, all clustered together. And that's it. All right. God bless you all.